Conventionally attractive people, what's the worst thing you've experienced due to your looks? I loved Jasmine, but her jealousy ruined our friendship. One time, me and Jasmine were in a cafe and the barista was hardcore flirting with me. Jasmine literally looked him in the eyes and said, "You shouldn't be so nice. This one," pointing to me, "is so desperate she'll think you're flirting." And whenever we were walking and I got catcalled, she'd say something like, "Just so you know, they were talking to me, not you." I thought if I ignored it and just agreed with her, then it would go away. But when we got the same job at Wingstop, she had a new crush every week. So I always tried to say things when she wasn't around like, "She's literally the best person I know," or "I don't even know why she wears makeup, she's so beautiful either way." But instead of agreeing and asking for her Snapchat, they would always start flirting with me. I tried to convince myself I was being big-headed and egotistical, but then they'd randomly find my Instagram and like all of my stories, or start random conversations out of nowhere. I usually replied super dry. I wanted them to talk to Jasmine instead, but they never did, and I know she noticed, because whenever this happened, she would completely ghost me for days, even if we had plans together. At first, I thought I had done something wrong, because why else would my best friend ignore me over a crusty boy that I didn't even want? But then she started going too far. Like one time, her crush talked about how small I am, and Jasmine chimed in, "I know, right? OP looks so skinny, it's horrifying. She's like a stray cat." She knew I struggled with an ED. She knew my weight was my biggest insecurity. I wanted to cry right then and there, but instead, I chose pettiness. I started flirting back with every boy that flirted with me, especially if she was on shift. I replied to all the Instagram DMs that I had previously left on open, and when she made her sly remarks, I wouldn't have to stand up for myself anymore, because her crushes would do it for me. I wasn't gonna take it any further. But then she told everyone I had a boyfriend, and I was a ran through. Well, that got to me. I ended up crying outside during lunch. I couldn't understand how my best friend could let jealousy ruin us, but then her biggest crush at the time must have heard me, because he came outside. I immediately noticed how good he smelled, and when he put his hand on my back, I practically swooned. "It isn't true. I would never cheat." "I know," he interrupted. I told them it wasn't true. "It's obvious Jasmine's jealous of you. Heck, if I was a girl I would be too." I smiled and blushed, and he asked me if I wanted to hang out later. Long story short, he made me his girl, and I put a photo of us into the work group chat captioned, "Just so you know, I didn't have a boyfriend, but now I do." Jasmine quit that same day, and last I heard she's still single. I can see why.